Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Off the Bench with Scotty and Corey. I am Scotty, and for the second episode in a row, we are on a solo mission. That's all right. That's all right. Do not fret, you guys. Just a couple of weeks, we will have Corey back. He's in the middle of some big life changes. I promise you guys, he will be back though. Uh, we're gonna soldier on and do this thing via other types of communication. I have his picks and his analysis of each game for tomorrow's slate of football games. So we still have Corey with us in spirit. But welcome in, everybody. It is time for week 3 in the NFL, and we're just gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna jump straight into an NFC South matchup that pits the Atlanta Falcons against the Carolina Panthers. I don't like this game for the Panthers, honestly. The Falcons seem to be putting it together. They look good as a team. There are still some things they can tie together, obviously. But Michael Penix is just playing great. He's settling in nicely. I have this game at 31-17. Corey says the Panthers just aren't it, and Penix is settling in well. He thinks this game goes 28-12 in favor of the Atlanta Falcons. I agree with the outcome. I think the Falcons win this game 31-17. Parlaying right along, a fantastic matchup on the horizon between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. I think that Aaron Rodgers is probably not happy with the way that he played against the Seattle Seahawks last Sunday. I think that team comes back, and they come back with a vengeance, especially against the Patriots team that is not performing up to the caliber that I believe they think they can. Despite pulling out the win down there in Miami, I think they lose this one. I have this game scored 34-28 in favor of the Steelers. Corey says he thinks A-Rod is pissed about last week's showing and puts a stomping on the New England Patriots to the tune of 31-17. I like the outcome here. So far, we're in agreement. Moving right along to an interconference matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. And folks, let me tell you, I don't like this game for the Cleveland Browns. I do not. That Packers team is just playing incredible. They're playing probably the best football of the season to this point. They look very well rounded. They are playing incredible. Micah Parsons on that defense, he's getting more and more snaps each week. So I think we see a Packers victory here. I'm calling this game 38-17. Corey says the Packers, and that Micah wave going to drop the Browns like a bad habit. He has this game 35-16 in favor of the Green Bay Packers. I don't think it's going to be that close of a contest. I like the Browns defense. I like the Browns offense, but they have not faced anything like the Green Bay Packers through the first 2 weeks of the season, and this is going to be a wake-up call for Kevin Stefanski and the crew up there in the land. Moving right along, we have another interconference matchup that pits the New York Jets against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like what I've seen from these two teams so far through the first 2 weeks of the season. They are shaping up nicely. The Buccaneers are gritty. They refuse to go down. A lot of the same from the Jets. They are just cagey, fighty dudes over there in the Meadowlands. And I have this a pretty close game. I have this game 28-24 in favor of the Buccaneers. Corey says this game is going to come down to a field goal. He has this game scored 31-28 Bucks. Here is a here's a divisional game that I'm excited to see. I am absolutely amped to watch the Denver Broncos take on the white hot Los Angeles Chargers. And it's gonna be a brutal matchup. I personally think that the Chargers are a bit better put together. I like Sean Payton, what he's doing, but head coach Jim Harbaugh out there in LA is doing wonderful things. And he has his offense rolling. The defense is playing well. Let us not forget, they stifled former AFC champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, in Sao Paulo in Week 1, and then turned right around and completely stopped the very potent Las Vegas Raiders offense. It's not going to be an easy game. I think the Chargers win this game to the tune of 24-21. Corey says that Chargers team is hot, 20-9 last week against the Raiders. Justin Herbert is balling the F out. That is true. Those are true words right there. He has this game scored 24-17 in favor of the Los Angeles Chargers. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. We're moving right along to the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. If I am not mistaken, J.J. McCarthy is out of this game as well. So we have a duel of backups. And I think that just given the experience that Jake Browning has sitting behind a guy like Joe Burrow, and we all saw how he played last week, put on a performance and pulled out a victory. Very interesting game that was. I like Jake Browning getting the job done here. I have this game scored 24-21 in favor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Corey has this game scored 28-17 Vikings. I think he wrote his synopsis before he knew that J.J. McCarthy was out, but he's standing on it. That is a stout Vikings team. I do believe in this Vikings team, but I don't think that they have, especially the quality at backup that Jake Browning presents, having especially the talented dudes that he has all across that offense. We are now moving south to the AFC South Division, where the Texans take on the Jaguars here in Week 3. I like the Texans in this game, but I don't like them enough to choose them for the victory. I like the way that the Jaguars are playing. I think that, especially with especially with the way that the injury bug has kind of fallen, especially for both sides, I see the Jaguars winning this game. It's a low-scoring affair. I have this game scored 17-10 in favor of the Jags. Corey says, I think the Texans take this one. CJ is definitely poised, especially after starting 0-2. That is a fair point. If they could put it together down there in Houston, head coach DeMeco Ryans absolutely stellar with his defense, but the offense has yet to really get going. And Corey has this game scored 17-14 in favor of the Texans. I like it. Moving right along to the other AFC South matchup this weekend. So, we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans doing battle. I'll give you guys Corey's summary of the game first, because it's amazing. Danny Demons, need I say more? The Colts take this game 38-12 over the Tennessee Titans. He has seen something that makes him a Daniel Jones believer after these first 2 weeks. He is absolutely doing things that he did not do in New York. Through 2 weeks, he looks like a completely different player. He really does. I think he